Did you know that Mandalay Bay, the Luxor, and Excalibur are all connected? We booked a spontaneous trip to Vegas, but didn't realize when we booked it how hot it was going to be that weekend. It would be 110 degrees outside, and right as we were starting to question our choices, we learned that the Luxor, which was the hotel we booked, was connected to 2 other hotels. So we decided to not step foot outside the entire weekend. Here is what we found to do. Overall, we wanted this to be a relaxing weekend together. I'll be back partying for my bachelorette in a few months, so this trip was all about staying in, relaxing, and finding things to do that are not focused around clubbing or drinking. Though we did do quite a bit of drinking after all. The first thing we did was check into our hotel and walk around to see what it had to offer.
Oh, there's the Titanic.
There were multiple Starbucks, which was good for me. They also had a cute essential store with tons of snacks that we definitely visited again later. And here is a tour of our room. Luxor is definitely an older hotel, so it's not super fancy or high-end, but we had a lot of space, which is what was important for this trip. Also, the reason we decided to stay here was the in-room hot tub, which had a nice view, so that was a plus. We were on the 30th floor, which is the top floor. After resting for a bit, we decided to go find some dinner. We ended up at Public House, which is one of their sports bars. It wasn't overly crowded, especially for a Friday night, so that was nice. We got some drinks. I got the Rum Delight, which was basically a mojito with pineapple juice, and Tom got the Home Run, which was whiskey and had blueberry compote. Both were delicious. For food, we shared fried cheese curds, the buffalo chicken salad, and the big Texan burger. For our first meal, we couldn't have asked for anything better. It was much better than we were expecting, honestly.
Well, that would just be putting on our side.
We then walked over to Mandalay Bay to the -5 ice bar. I'd never been, so I was super excited. It was so cold and refreshing in there. And no, it wasn't actually -5 degrees. It was 23 degrees Fahrenheit, which I'd been in before, so luckily I didn't freeze to death in there. Plus, they give you some jackets and mittens to use. I ended up getting the boozy hot chocolate, which was so yummy. But when I ordered it, I didn't think about it being a hot drink, so it didn't come in the ice glass that Tom's did. So I was sad about that. It was a super relaxed vibe inside. It wasn't crowded at all. We were there at about 10:30, so it's not like we were there too early either. A good tip we learned was if you plan to visit, just go ahead and do a walk-up. You can reserve ahead of time online or over the phone, which is what we tried to do. But when I called, the girl said online would charge a few extra fees, so it's better to just pay in person. So we did that and it worked out. They have a few packages. I got base entry with no drinks, and Tom got entry with 2 drinks, and we were able to split the drinks between us. So if you're looking to do this on a budget, I'd recommend doing it that way. Base entry is $24, and entry with 2 drinks is $49. After that, we headed back to the essentials store to take a better look at their snacks and noticed that they had a few international ones too. We were a bit overzealous at first and went up to the register and learned that each bag of chips was basically $20 each, and each special Snickers was $12 each. So we ended up putting some back. We were not about to spend $100 on snacks. In the end, we chose the ketchup Lay's and like a steak flavored Lay's. Woke up the next day, and the first thing we did was get food at Pyramid Cafe at like 2 p.m. Which, if you plan to go here, they close at 2, so we got lucky that we arrived maybe 10 minutes before that. We were also lucky that they served breakfast until closing, so we got some breakfast. That's the pyramid stack right there, and it's a stack of 7 pancakes. The food, once again, was really good here, and we ate for free because when we booked our hotel through Expedia, it came with a $50 food credit. So, yay for affordable. With Tom's help, we got through almost 6 pancakes. I was proud. We then spent the afternoon walking around the different casinos and exploring. Had a little gelato for a snack. We ended up back at Mandalay and found one of the machines that I like. I kind of have decent luck gambling, so we sat for a while. We both started off with $100, and I did end up winning some money back. But Tom lost all his. Okay, I'm taking over his machine. I am $22 up, so let's see if I can win us more. In the end, I ended up being up by $46.55, so we decided to go and find dinner with the original $100 plus my $46 winnings. We decided on Tender Steakhouse back at Luxor, and we sat at the lounge area outside of the main restaurant, which was really cute. It was very low-key, not busy at all, and overall had a relaxed feel. I was balling on $146, so we decided to get as much as we could with that amount. We started off sharing a wedge salad and the brie and bacon jam. Oh my god, the brie was so good. We then split a steak and fries, mashed potatoes, and asparagus.
Actually, a lot of mashed potatoes.
And we ended up ordering the cheesecake to go. And bam, perfect total. I will say, unfortunately, the steak itself was my least favorite thing of the entire meal. It came with a peppercorn sauce, and I'm just not a huge fan of sauce on my steaks. But other than that, it was cooked perfectly. The rest of the food was a 10 out of 10, so overall, I would recommend this place. So we bought some foreign chips. We got the ketchup Lay's and the, I don't know what these are. They kind of look like steak flavored. So we thought we would try them. You want to open that one? Sure. This one. All right. Yeah, it does taste like what the picture shows, basically.
Yeah. It's got some garlic flavor too, though.
These are the thin ones, too. I think I would like them better if they were the ridges. Are you going to try?
Yeah, I'll try
Try a small one. Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Well, it tastes like ketchup.
Yeah.
It tastes kind of like McDonald's ketchup.
McDonald's ketchup.
Yeah.
That's specific.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know if I like this one. I thought I would because everyone likes them. Where?
That one's just not for me.
Okay, well, I'll stop eating them too then.
I'll have one
These
more.
ones are pretty good. These ones are good.
Thank you.
Yeah, these were probably like $16.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
So, a little bit of a waste. These ones were also like $16 to $20, so kind of expensive.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't spend $20 again on this even though it's pretty good, but at least we tried it.
Yep.
And after that, we spent the rest of the night relaxing in the hot tub, enjoying the view. We checked out and had breakfast at the buffet in Excalibur. Please don't do this. The food was absolutely not worth it. I know as far as buffets go, like I would never have thought to eat here in the first place anyway, but since we were only sticking to the 3 connected hotels, this was the only buffet we had access to. And I wish we hadn't wasted the $100. The food was edible, but mostly tasted like cafeteria food. It was a mimosa brunch though, so it comes with unlimited mimosas, supposedly. We had 2 each, which still didn't justify the cost. They also monitor how many you get and are only allowed 1 every 10 minutes, so this was a big disappointment of the trip. The last thing on our itinerary for this trip was the Mandalay Bay Aquarium. It's been over 10 years since I've been here, so I was really excited. It was so cute in here. It was decorated kind of like a Disney ride. It's pretty small. It only took us about an hour to go through the whole thing. But the thing I remembered, which I was looking forward to most, was the sunken ship room at the end. Sharks are one of my most favorite sea creatures, so I love seeing them and spooking myself over them. They're just so menacing and cute. There was also a sea turtle in there, which, I mean, I'm sure he was fine, but I felt kind of bad. I hope he wasn't scared. After the aquarium, we had about 2 more hours before we needed to head to the airport, so we relaxed with some Starbucks and people watched the people at the pool who were out in about 110 degrees. Here is us at the airport thinking we're leaving. But bonus experience, our flight got delayed until the next morning after waiting for 6 hours. So here is a tour of the hotel they put us up in, which was Town Place Suites in Henderson. But it's actually a Marriott property, so I really liked it. It was super spacious and had a full kitchen, so it was basically a studio apartment. If you ever need an off-strip option, I would highly recommend this place. Here is us on our way back to the airport at 4 in the morning. And here is us boarded on the plane just before 6. We are so exhausted. And that concludes our trip to Vegas. Did we succeed at having fun even though we never stepped foot outside? Yes, absolutely. It is doable. Would there have been more to see if we had left? Sure, but like I said, this trip was just about taking it easy and relaxing, so I'm super happy with what we did. I hope you found this video helpful if you'll be in Vegas at all this summer and need to stay out of the heat. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!